What's up, Blockheads? We are in the garage today working on the Tacoma. We're going to be installing this bumper, which, I mean, you can't see as it's wrapped, and a skid plate from CBI. Big shout out to CBI. You guys be sure to check them out. Link down in the description below. Here with me to assist, we've got Reese and Joey. Woo! Link to them down in the description below as well. Basically an armored up front bumper from CBI as well as a skid plate. We're gonna go ahead and open it all up and we're gonna get to installing it on the Tacoma. There's a place for a light bar as well as a winch, but don't have either one of those in, so just gonna get it installed and then we'll do that later. So, probably, oh, that way works too. All right, we got most packaging off, so they got it bolted down. Yeah.
It's an 11.
And yeah, so we got to unbolt it, but that's what it looks like. Woo woo! Nice, good job, CBI. All right, so probably a little bit louder now because we got the fan on because it's hot as fuck. But we're gonna start taking the bumper off of the Tacoma so we can put this one on. And skid plate. Yay! Reese and Joey. All right, disassemble time. Griddle off. Reese down. All right, so kind of medley of videos here with the bumper and then also doing the headlights. Since we got headlights from Tacoma Beast, basically to install those, you're gonna need to uninstall the front bumper, right, in order to get access to kind of all this. And you've got, what is it? There's a bolt here. Yep. Or a screw here. And then you've got a full screw here as well. All right, so you basically need to disconnect wiring here. We disconnected the battery too, just in case there was airbag
shock sensors.
Airbag shock. And then you got friction fasteners along the side, so we basically undid all those along the fender, stuff in the bottom as well, and we should be ready to pull it off now, right? Mm-hmm. Yep, so all right, pull it back. There it is. So for the headlights, these are pretty much good to remove now. We've got the lighting disconnected, so that's basically the connectors in the back.
Oh, lights are on this thing.
Nice. So then we have the replacement black headlights over in here.
So I'll point out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 connectors on that headlight.
5 connectors. A lot of sweat. Look at this thing, man. It's crazy.
Should run it like this.
All this still has to come off too.
Yep. Stock headlights off. New headlights in. So these are the black headlights. Blacked out headlights with the sequential turns from Tacoma Beast. If you guys want some of these, use coupon code Blockhead to get 5% off at Tacoma Beast. They look plug and play for the most part. So there's already bulbs in them. So all right, do the high beam. Do the blinker. What?
That's cool.
Damn, that looks good.
Oh, it's one of the...
Sequential, yeah. That's crazy. All right, guys, that is how you install the headlights. Pretty easy stuff. Super just plug and play, and they look good. We're gonna work on installing the rest of the CBI bumper dough. Take a breather here. But thanks to Joey, thanks to Reese on the headlight install. Appreciate it. All right, guys, we're to the cutting part, the scary part. So we basically masked this off just to go along what I've seen in pictures and on this like PDF that I read. So where you want this line. So you've got your fog light housing, right? And then you've got this line right here around the fog light housing. So you want to go just below like that, along this line on the bottom. So not this line here, not that one, but this one. So you want the line to follow that, and then you want to go from that over to the corner. So it needs to be a line basically following that line on from the fog light, and then straight line over, we're going just below the corner, just in case we need to like trim up a little bit, we've got extra. And then I spaced the other tape so that we basically have that straight line, and we're gonna follow that line as we're cutting. Okay, now that we got these things cut, we're taking this thing off.
Oh, yeah, I gave you the wrong thing.
Longest extension ever. All right, it's a quick update. We got fogs in both sides. We've got the wiring harness for the fogs in the bumper. Power steering part relocated. We've got the tabs here bent back, and then we've got the new bumper taped, ready to go on. We've got it on this motorcycle lift, which I have to say is a pretty genius idea. And we're ready to line it up and get it on there. Let's do it. Alright guys, we made some really big progress, as you saw. Side note, if there's a lot of wind noise in this video, it's because there's a lot of wind. Yeah. Yeah. Lefty, loosey, lefty, loosey, lefty, loosey. What's up guys, coming back at you. As per us originally filming that video, that was about 2 years ago. I know, longest video to make ever, but I wanted to follow up with you guys on this bumper and the skid plate and just how it's been holding up over the years with driving. I have probably had this bumper on the truck for about, I would say 30 to 35,000 miles, I think, and it is doing awesome. Now, the only thing I've come across in terms of like experiencing an issue with this is the front sensor. So the sensor here, as you can see, the low bar is like pretty much right in line with it. And so the sensor for the most part will work, but every now and then it'll stop working. It's just very intermittent. And so sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. And with that sensor being obstructed a little bit and like the sensor picking up the bar, unfortunately what happens is that communicates between that and the sensor that's built into like by the mirror in the windshield there. So if you have cruise control on, it'll basically turn off your cruise control. Like that sensor also communicates with that one to detect how far a car is in front of you. So with that cruise control on, it'll basically pace the car in front of you. That interferes with that as well. And then it also interferes with like alerting you if you're approaching a car, like if you're about to potentially rear end somebody or something like that. If somebody in the front hits their brakes, you're coming up on them quickly, there's an alert system that will let you know you're coming up on them quickly. And if that's basically like malfunctioning, those things won't work, which kind of sucks. I did talk to CBI about it. They said that for the most part, they've not really heard of the issue, but I was thinking maybe if I were to try to adjust the bumper a little bit, like maybe angle it or raise it up just a tiny bit. I don't know that you would be able to too much, but it probably won't require very much. So maybe be able to adjust it 1/2 inch to 1 inch, which might take care of the issue. Other than that, no issues at all with it. You know, it's got your bug splatters and a couple rock chips and whatnot. A pretty good rock chip right there, which it is starting to rust a little bit. But for that stuff, I mean, it's just like a normal black anodization, and you could just, you know, touch it up with some black paint if you needed. But it has held up just awesome. Didn't really get to use the skid plate that much. I did take the truck off-road a couple times, but I, you know, never ended up hitting the skid, which was good. The clearance on it, I will say, is awesome. Absolutely love the way it looks. Really exposes the front tires, so if you've got like some good, you know, all-terrain knobby tires, it looks great from the front. What do you think, Zuko? Looks good? Looks good? Come here. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the look of it. CBI did a great job on the design of it, that's for sure. I did mention in another video that you guys are probably gonna see coming up, but I did buy stuff to basically fill the bumper out, but I ended up selling the truck. So this is one of the last times I'm spending time with the truck and filming and recording stuff. But I bought a Heretic Studio, I think it's called Heretic Studio or Heretic, and 20-inch single row LED for it. I also bought a winch for it, and I bought LED pods, like the little 4 LEDs for the sides, because this one ended up cracking. The stock fog lights do fit into the bumper, just as a heads up if you guys are considering just swapping those over, which we did temporarily until I got those other LEDs in. But then, yeah, sold the truck. I asked the buyer if he wanted to also purchase those, because I got, like I said, the winch, the bar, the LEDs for the fogs, and some LED ditch lights, but he didn't want to buy them. So I'll end up posting those up for sale, probably on the forums or something like that. Overall thoughts, I'd recommend it if you guys are considering getting one. Check out the link down in the description below. I'll be sure to link to it. Installation isn't that bad. Definitely would recommend having some help from friends, because I think it's crazy heavy. Didn't really add a ton of wind noise or anything like that. The only thing I noticed wind noise from was the roof rack. If you have any questions on this one though, drop them down in the comments below, and I will be sure to answer to the best of my knowledge whenever I come across it. Hope you guys enjoyed the install and the 30,000 plus mile review on it. Thanks to Zuko for being my sidekick, helping me out. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed already, you want to see more truck content, more moto content, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon as well, so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. Until next time, you guys wrench safe out there, stay vigilant. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.